Last night in Lunenburg. Somebody's having a good time over there. We're kind of exhausted. We did a lot. It was kind of fun. It was fun.
It was fun.
Today we are on our way to Port Mouton and Carter's Beach. I could be pronouncing that all wrong, but that's where we're headed. It's another nice day. I don't know if we're going to spend a whole day there just because there's weather kicking up, but we'll at least go check it out. We are coming out of the channel and we will be turning left. We are headed to Lunenburg, but it would be a very long day for a one-day trip. It would be about 8 hours and 40 minutes for the N50 and 11 hours for the N55, so we're splitting it up between 2 days. We left Shelburne around 8:50 and we arrived in Port Mouton around 2:30. I had this vision of Carter's Beach being white sand and deserted. Nice day. Waves crashing on a little rock out there. The kitchen's a bit of a mess because we were off the boat all day yesterday having fun, but this morning I got up and I baked a coconut cake. Just kind of putzing around. That's a sunfish. That's what we hit. Are getting very close to our anchorage. We actually aren't going to take very much time in this location because the weather is going to get worse, so we are going to just kind of fly by this one. We're going to go in there, anchor. Tomorrow morning we're out of there. So we are just coming in. Coming in and we're going to go around here. We have just turned the corner and we're headed towards Carter Beach. We were surprised. This beach was rather populated. We are anchored here, and although there looks like there's some land to protect you, it would not be a good idea to be anchored here with a southerly wind. We aren't getting any wind from this direction, so we aren't worried about this. And we are here. We are at this gorgeous anchorage. It's a little rolly. It's much quieter now that the people and the dogs have left. So we are enjoying it. Eric's out here and he's cooking brats.
And after 3 hoses, my grill is finally cooking the way it should. These magma grills and parts have given me heartache for 5 years now.
5 years? You've only had it for a year.
This one, but the one on the other boat gave me heartaches too.
Okay.
So I don't know what it is. They're, I guess, not that expensive, but maybe that's why. But they give you heartaches. But this one now, like I say, I think finally we have a hose. I can hear the gas going. And temperatures going up, getting more than just in the blue.
But now you think things are working better.
I know they're working better because the heat gauge here, it's climbing and I can hear stuff cooking. So yeah, and see the smoke coming out.
Okay, that's a good sign.
Yep.
Woo!
Yep. Here we go. We need to change these up. We need to turn these over. Look at that. Look at that.
You can hear the surf going on to the beach. In here we have the coconut cake for tonight. I had to taste it to make sure it was okay, and it's very good. All in all, it's been a good quiet night, which we needed because yesterday was full of activity and we need to recuperate between our times of fun. Yeah, it's working. We got flames. Tomorrow will be a big day. We're going to go to Lunenburg. It is morning. It's kind of pretty in the morning with a little bit of fog. I'm guessing there's fog out there. We are starting up and getting ready to go. The boat we've been traveling with has just taken off. You heard the engine's just started. Pretty morning. We are off. We are headed to Lunenburg today. We left Carter's Beach around 7:30 a.m., but we didn't get into Lunenburg until about 2ish. The trip took this long because we slowed down to stay behind the N55, which we were buddy boating with, and we ran the wing engine for a while to determine whether or not we were having any problems with it. It's a nice, comfortable morning. We are just going slow and nice rolly waves. You can see the shore a little bit, but it's not so foggy that you can't see where you're going or what might be in front of you. We should get in there about 1:07.
Okay, we are going actually quite slow, so I could fire her up, the 55 is much slower, so we're throttled way back at this point to stay behind them. So yeah, I'll get a picture, your number, and then get some video, run the engine, get some video, and then send that to you later today at this number, at this text number. Yep. Very good. Thank you, Sean. Thank you for. Yep. Bye-bye. Follow us.
So we are following an N55 right now. It has been a lot of fun hanging out with them, but we are following them into Lunenburg right now because we aren't sure where we're going to be staying. They may know of a dock, and we'll see how that works out. Anyhow, so we're throttled back so that we came out behind them, but we're throttled back so we don't pass them. We're at 13 RPMs, and we're only going 7.1 knots. And like I said, we're just trying to stay behind them so that they can find out what the situation is going to be. It's pretty nice out here. Eric is working with somebody who actually recognized his voice from YouTube. But anyhow, it was working with somebody just to check out our wing engine. He says that there's a strange noise, so we're just making sure that there's not something wrong with it that we need to be concerned about. So hopefully this nice person can help us. So we have put our main engine into neutral. We have started our wing engine. Eric is down in the engine room taking some pictures and some video of what's going on with that engine so that we can send it to the mechanic and get some input. Meanwhile, I am just up here thinking guess we aren't really going fast. We're just in gear. So we're just floating around up here. It's been kind of nice having somebody in front of us because we have a sailing vessel coming at us, and I needed to know if it was under sail or cruising by motor. Because if it's under sail, we have to avoid them. And I was able to learn that they do not have their sails up, so I'm not as concerned because they'll be watching out for us too. Eric is back up here driving, kind of. Fog setting in again. We are back up to speed. No strange noises on the wing engine. Of course, isn't that how it goes when you're trying to get the noise? Eric is very sensitive to make sure everything's working perfect. So anything that is slightly wrong, he's going to investigate to the full extent. Guess that's the best kind of person to be on a boat with. into Lunenburg. We are coming up on Lunenburg. So it looks like it's going to be pretty. Okay, there's a mooring ball field here, and then there's a few sailboats that are anchored just outside of that. And we are anchored. We anchored, and our buddy boat went to a dock so they could plug in. We are anchored outside Lunenburg. Our buddy boat is way over here on the docks, and we are anchored over here. So we are headed across the front of the town to go visit. And there's a dinghy dock over there as well. That is the railroad wharf. And here we have some more dock space. This is Zwicker Wharf, which has got 2 floating docks and a dinghy dock and power. We tied up to the dinghy dock, and then we took this nice little convenient trail to the town. We are in Lunenburg, and we are taking the harbor trail. There's just a nice little trail that's right here along the harbor.
I'll go back and put a short sleeve on. I said, dang, where's my roll?
We are at the beginning of town coming off that trail.
Or maybe even TripAdvisor. Yeah.
You think that's vitamin R up there? What do you think? No? There's a lot to eat here. There's a old fish factory. You got the brewing company, Grand Banker, Dockside Lobster and Seafood. I don't think we're gonna starve. So as you can tell, we look for dog-friendly restaurants. So that's a criteria for us. So we had dinner at the Fish Shack, and it is double story. And then I think there might be a little bit of inside spot, but you basically make your order at a counter and go pick up your order, including your drinks. It was a fun time. And here's the half shell. We didn't try this. Even though we did the harbor walk down there, that seems to be more docks. And the restaurant seemed to be up here on the second street up. Look, a purple and green house. How awesome. It's a pretty cool house. We tried to go in this restaurant, but they didn't want our dogs.
There's no canal.
Rum Runner Inn. Good. We may have to go check this out. We are going to need to check out the reviews on this because this kind of looks interesting. Another English garden. Next, we checked out the Lightship Brewery. It ended up being one of our favorites. It seemed to be less touristy and more locals. I think we found our place. There are chairs here with backs on them. They let the dogs in. And look at this view. We can even see the boat out there. We know it's still there.
I think this is the place to be.
The prison for taken.
We may be coming back for dinner. And we are headed home. Another nice night. Fun, huh?
Yep.
And that is where we finished up for the night. It's morning. We are on our way to town, and I am learning how to drive.
So we're going to the grocery store and a boat chandler shop for boat parts. Chili. I'm hopeful it's doing something for their wildland fires. You can't go hiking in the woods or on a trail around here. Otherwise, it's a pretty steep fine, 25,000 US dollars or Canadian dollars.
Eric went to the boat parts store, and Beth and I decided to go by ourselves to check out the local farmers market. We can see a little bit more if we don't take the guys with us. So we found a farmers market. It is inside an ice rink. We're checking it out to see what they've got. It was pretty good. Probably the best farmers market I've been to for a long time. Actually, fresh vegetables and baked items. We have kale and spinach. Basil, garlic. This is beans. Over here is breads and pies and cookies. Check out this. I had to get some sourdough bread. And there's little quiches. Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, I was looking at the quiches.
And tarts. Oh, the apple. Is that one peach?
I think it is.
Okay, I may have to get some tarts. This is actually a pretty good farmer's market. There's actually vegetables and fruit here. We are on our way to town today. Here is the downtown dinghy dock. We don't know if there's going to be room. Dinghy rules. 1 tie-down point per boat only. All dinghies tenders are limited to 16-foot max in length. All outboard motors must not be more than 20 horsepower. Standalone vessels not used to tender a boat in the harbor is not permitted on the dinghy dock. All boaters must register their dinghy with the marina immediately upon arrival. Use at your own risk. This is a nice little area to hang out. That boat's leaving. There's the dinghy dock. So this must be the town marina, which means I'm guessing there's only room for 2 to 3 boats at a time. Let's just explain that not only this side is available for boats, but also that boat. That side's also available for boats. So it's just that they had that giant boat here. Both those guys are working, so Eric's gonna go get the phone number and just register a boat.
Hello, you've reached Lunenburg Marina. Everything is available for this summer season. Just leave us a message and we'll give you a call back as soon as we can. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Eric King. I'm letting you know I have a 13-foot high field skiff center console parked at your dinghy dock for a couple of hours. The numbers on it are A, Alpha.
Here are the rates. It's $2 a foot per night under 50 feet, $2.50 a foot per night between 50 and 80 feet, and $4 a foot per night over 80 feet. Your amp or your electricity is free for $15, $20 a night for 30, and $50 for 30. We get a lot of questions how our boat might be cheaper being 50 feet. Well, this one, it doesn't meet the cutoff, but sometimes it does. So it could be a 50 cents a foot difference depending on the size of your boat. This is the AEL, or Atlantic Electronics Limited, and they are geared a little bit more towards commercial than towards pleasure, but there are some items in there that can be very useful. The store here, it has charts and all kinds of hardware, filters.
New style recorders.
Oh, do you need any?
Nope.
You sure?
Yep.
It is actually called the electronics store. So the store has this, like a drone that goes underwater, and they will actually come out and look under your boat for like a rope, your zincs, anything like that you don't want to actually pay for the diver, but you just want to see what's going on. So that might come in handy. Old Town Lunenburg contains outstanding examples of a variety of architectural styles. They reflect most periods of its history and its strong connection with the sea. Despite the presence of a steep hill, the town was laid out in a rectangular grid, the standard British model for colonial settlements. There were 6 divisions, each containing 8 blocks, which in turn were each subdivided into 14 lots measured 40 by 60 feet. A 4-block area in the town center was reserved for public use, including a parade ground. Construction began soon after the arrival of the first settlers in June 1753. Each family was provided with a town lot. Besides a town lot, each family also received a garden lot located immediately east of the town. This area is still known as the Garden Lots. The settlers chose the Cape Cod style for their first permanent homes, which had been used extensively in the New England and the newly established settlement at Halifax. These small wooden houses usually contain 2 or 3 rooms on the ground floor with a loft under a steeply pitched roof.
Now that is a distinct color choice. I actually kind of like it. This is the Ironworks Distillery. It's at the edge of town. Check it out. All the barrels. They have rum and Coke in a can.
And then soon thereafter we started making rum, which of course we aged rum.
Oh, here's the pear in the bottle. Like, how did it get in there? Another rum and cola. The rum quartet. Check that out. There's kind of like a buoys and like boat stuff, antique place down there on the very corner. I'm gonna go down this road and see what's down here. They have a bike shop. Elbows up. So that's for the Canadians. That's their motto, and right now they're really utilizing it. And this one says also proudly Canadian owned, support local. In the woods, a nice little clothing store. They have a bookstore over here, but if you're looking for any cruising guides, you aren't going to find them here. In fact, it's amazing the lack of cruising guides for boats that you're finding in stores around here. Old Town Records. Another clothing shop. Another bookstore. And there's another bookstore over here. Okay, the lobster rolls we've been seeing around here are the cold ones with celery, greens, and mayo. Subway. Lobster. What do you think? Yes, really. Subway has an Atlantic Canadian lobster sandwich. So the Blue Nose Company store, they had some cute stuff. Oh, we have an ice cream store over here. Here's the fish shack that we went to. So this is a yarn shop. They got all kinds of cool yarn in there. Truthfully, it has a lot of tourists at this part of town, and it's a bit much for Eric. Sometimes me. And we are headed back to the boat. Try not to hit that sailing boat. That got his attention. Last night in Lunenburg. Somebody's having a good time over there. We're kind of exhausted. We did a lot. It was kind of fun. It was fun.
It was fun. Great place.
Eric is cooking chicken. We are trying a new idea for tonight. And here is the harbor opening. It's just beautiful out tonight. Lovely. Trying something new. We have chicken, Parmesan cheese, Caesar salad, avocado, freshly cooked tortilla. We're gonna make a wrap. And here is our chicken made up Caesar wrap. How was it?
Another beautiful night in Nova Scotia. If you're enjoying our journey, follow along, click like and subscribe, and join us in the next episode as we move up the coast of Nova Scotia.
Havaseas you next time.